Hey, Facebook. Good evening. While we're waiting for everybody to come on to Facebook land, I'm going to go ahead and sign in on Instagram. So bear with me for a second. Thank you to everybody for coming on tonight. My Instagram fam, they always come through. Hey, I see we got 6 people. Guys, go ahead and drop your names in the comments below for me so I can see who you are and that you're here. I don't know if it's going to let me see comments tonight. Hopefully it will, but I thank y'all. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Instagrammers. I'll put that right there. There, good. Hey, Aaron. Hey, Fallon on Instagram. Jeps, Big Sexy, Gail. I'm on, hey, Katrina on Facebook. I'm streaming on Facebook and Instagram right now. Thank you, Fallon. I appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so excited. Oh, okay. Well, then, Aaron said he's about to go live too. Peace out, Aaron. I'll catch you later. Hey, Josh on Facebook. Hey, Gail. I'm waiting for everybody to come on in because, just give everybody a second. Hey, Shiz Vita. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. For Candid Conversations. All right, we got 7 people in on Facebook. If you are tuning in on Facebook, drop your name below so that I can see you. Hey, everybody on Instagram, thank you for tuning in with me tonight for Candid Conversations. I'm really excited, thankful, and grateful to be here. We're going to go ahead and get started because I am a little bit late. I do apologize. So, hey, everybody, thank you for joining me for Candid Conversations tonight. My name is Jasmine Womack, and I teach women how to identify self-sabotaging habits, overcome self-doubt, gain unstoppable confidence, and fulfill goals and turn dreams into reality. That's what I do. So I am a wife, I am a mother, an educator, and author of the book 20 Pearls of Wisdom, A Woman's Guide to Self-Preservation, and the ebook, The 21-Day Challenge, Get Your House in Order, Your Health Outlook, Understanding the Self, Your Spirit, and Your Expectation. I've been getting a lot of great reviews about 20 Pearls in my inbox, in my DM, and on Amazon. So make sure you check it out. My website is www.authorjasminewomack.com, and there is a link for an excerpt. If you just want to read it and see what it's about, you can go and read the excerpt to see what it's about before you purchase. It's also in the Apple iBookstore in Kindle and in Kindle. Now, I'm just going to say that I'm not a life coach. I don't claim to be a know-it-all. I'm just a woman that has been through the muck and mire, and I've made it out. So if you don't know my story, I was in and out of relationships for years. And I had it all on the outside. I had the degrees, I had the looks, I had the luxury car, the drop top with the BMW, I had the house, I had it all on the outside, but on the inside, I was totally lost. I, had lost my faith in God. I was miserable, depressed, and I just knew that there had to be more to life. But, I had stopped believing in God and everything back then. And then I got into an abusive marriage and mustered up the strength to leave when my daughter was 2 weeks old after a physical encounter between me and her father, in which I saw my daughter looking, and that was the straw that broke my camel back. And so our divorce was finalized a few months later, and I had nothing. I was deep in debt. I had to move back to my parents' house. I had to move back home. And I had a newborn baby to take care of, and I was in pieces, emotionally, spiritually, physically. I was just totally in pieces. Hey, Bianca on Facebook, thanks for joining. And you know, I had to take care of my daughter. I had somebody depending on me, and I had to rebuild myself. I had to rebuild the pieces of my spirit. I had to rebuild my life bit by bit. And by the grace of God, I was able to do that. And I am living happily and walking in my purpose. And now I just want to show other women and help other women do the same. So at the end of the day, I'm just doing my best to walk in my purpose, walk in my power and in my calling, and show other women how to do that also. And yesterday I was blessed to open up membership to Pearls of Power. It's so close and dear to my heart. It's a personal and professional development network for women looking to take their life to the next level. So on Pearls of Power, you will have access to my entire network, exclusive content, personal development and business trainings, discounts on courses, seminars, and classes, book of the month club, a whole bunch of things. And you also have the support of other determined, fearless, and focused women, just like you. So remember, you are a movement by yourself, but you are a force with other strong, like-minded women. So if you're interested in learning more, you can always go to my website, www.authorjasminewomack.com/pearls of power. And so that's that. Now let's get to it. Thank y'all for joining me on Instagram, on Facebook. We are ready. The Candid Conversation starts now. Share this broadcast on your wall, Facebook people, Periscopers. Y'all tap the hearts and show me some love tonight. Y'all quiet. Show me some love tonight. And comment below. Keep it real, because we keep it real here in Candid Conversations. These are candid, honest conversations about our states in life. Hey, Dr. Barr on Facebook. Instagram. Y'all holla at me. Type in Keep It Real down in the wall below, because we are keeping it real. Now, tonight's topic is lies we tell. Lies we tell. Thank y'all for the hearts. I know y'all still there. Lies we tell. Y'all know we lie to ourselves every single day, right? I'm going to go through a list of lies that we tell every single day. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. Hey, Kim, I should have X, Y, and Z by a certain age. And I'm seeing and hearing that a lot, especially from people I went to high school and college with. Hey, Melissa on Instagram, I should have X, Y, and Z by a certain age. I'm a failure because I'm not married yet. Or I'm a failure because I don't have children yet. Hey, LaQuisha on Facebook, I'm a failure because I'm not making a certain amount of money yet. I'm a failure because I don't have certain degrees yet. I'm a horrible mother. These are all lies we tell to ourselves. I look good, but something must be wrong with me since I'm still single. Or, ain't nothing wrong with me. It's everybody else's fault. I'm perfect. Lies we tell. I married this guy, or I'm dating this guy, but you know what? I'm really not happy, but I'm going to still post pictures of us on social media smiling, because I don't want people to know how miserable I am. Lies we tell, y'all. I want to start a business, but I'm not, because I don't have enough money. I want to do X, Y, and Z, but I can't because I have kids or I don't have time. Excuses, y'all. Lies we tell. When we subconsciously tell ourselves things and feel bad after looking on social media and comparing our lives to someone else who we think is doing better, those are lies we tell ourselves. You understand? Y'all, it's just pictures. It's just pictures. You think you know what somebody's life is like just because they post nice pictures with the filter and everything, but you have no clue what's going on the other side of the camera. Lies we tell. I'm better than him, or I'm better than her, because whatever reason you have to follow. Sometimes the lie is the facade we put on because we want people to think certain things about us. Sometimes the lie is covering ourselves in nice clothes. Hey, Adrian on Facebook. Sometimes the lie is covering ourselves in nice clothes, a made up face to cover our sadness and our discontentment. Lies we tell, y'all. Sometimes the lie is really the smile that we force when we are miserable underneath and we don't reach out when we seriously need help. When we seriously need somebody to be there in our corner and we don't. Lies we tell, y'all. The lie is being The lie is staying in a relationship when you're unhappy because of the years and the time that you invested. Lies, like when you're miserable, but you staying anyway, holding on. The lie is turning an ear and an eye to somebody disrespect and even cheating and justifying it and accepting it and making excuses for it. Talking about, you're going to be down with this person no matter what, but you miserable. Lies we tell, y'all. Lies we tell. Big Sexy on Instagram says, I have a question, keeping it real with myself. I was in 2 long-term relationships. The last almost ended in a wedding. I'm almost 2 years single. Was it my fault? I blame or question myself often. Tasha, hit me in my DM. We're going to talk about that, and I can address that at the end. I'm going to, it's always 2 sides of every story. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times when things end, it's not because something is wrong with us, and it's not because it's our fault. Sometimes things end because God is trying to protect us from something. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes things end because God has something better for us that we can't see for ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you're dealing with relationships, there are a lot of different factors, especially when you're dealing with somebody else, because you have to take that person's character and all of that into consideration as well as your own. You understand? So I can't necessarily say that, and I'm not even going to sit here and tell you, oh, it's all your fault, because it's never no one person's fault. But what I will say, that God will bring an end to something if it's not in your best interest to be in it. But hit me in my DM after this, okay, Tasha? Hey, Rosemary on Facebook. And it's so funny. I was just getting to this. The lie is wasting your time with somebody that you wouldn't marry or shouldn't marry. The lie is having sex with people that you do not love. And there are plenty more. There are plenty more, guys. And we know it. We know it. Like, true freedom comes in being real. Like being honest with yourself. Like so many of us stifle our happiness, our growth, and our freedom because we aren't being real with ourselves about where we are, about what we're doing, and about why we're doing it. Hey, everybody on Instagram coming through. Like, honestly, take the limits off of your life and just live. Just live. And in place of those lies, speak life over yourself. Start confessing over yourself. Like, I got a question for you. How do you stop the lies when you're so used to telling yourself these things and comparing yourself to others, rating where you are in life based on what it looks like other people are doing? Like, how do you stop them? Like, it's real easy to say, stop this, stop that, or I want to become better. But how do we actually do that? Like, how do we do the work? Hey, Dana on Facebook. And so right now, I have 3 strategies that you can use and begin implementing today to start doing the work on you and stop the lies and start living, start speaking life. Number 1, just stop looking at other people. Like, honestly, focus on you. That doesn't mean that you need to become like a total recluse, but that does mean that you need to focus on things that are going to help you become better, not bitter. Like comparing yourself to others all the time, tripping because you aren't where you feel tripping because you aren't where you feel you should be or where you need to be. That's not going to do anything but make you feel horrible and make you feel less than and make you feel bad about yourself. Like, let's just be real about it. Like, that's all you're going to accomplish if you keep that pattern of stinking thinking, is feeling bad. Focus on you. Focus on instead of focusing on how much debt you have and how you don't have money, focus on finding ways to make more money. Focus on using your talents, focus on using your talents. Like if you're good at baking, start baking cakes and selling them. I remember my aunt is a pastry chef, and before she actually started going to school, it was years, she actually started making cakes and going to different, the little kiosks in the mall and drawing up contracts with them to sell her goods at their booths. So, she wasn't making custom cakes for individuals at that time. She would if she was asked, but that was a simple way for her to make some extra change. Start figuring, look at ways that you can use your gifts and talents that you already have to make more money. Stop focusing on debt and lack, but focus on profit. Focus on abundance. And when you focus, when you shift your thoughts from lack and debt to profit and abundance, then God will start sending things your way to make it happen, especially when that's what you're focusing on, that's what you're thinking about, and that's what you're putting your energy towards. All right. So focus on ways to find more money, to make more money, and save and paying things off so that you can get the house you want, so that you can get the car you want, so that you can reach the financial goals that you want and get the money in the bank that you need. Like, instead of focusing on looking at somebody else and thinking about how they look better than you, or, you know, tripping on yourself in your closet when you cannot fit your clothes and stuff. Focus on being disciplined to eat and exercise to get the body that you want, because it's not easy. It's not gonna come overnight. It's not gonna come with a wrap. It's not gonna come with a pill. You understand? And this is somebody that has tried it all. Y'all look at me now, but a year ago I had 70 pounds of baby weight and a really, really flabby midsection because I had diastasis recti from having a large baby. And I had to dig in and do the work. And people say, oh, you breastfeed? No, my weight didn't come off with breastfeeding. I'm telling you what I know. You understand? I'm telling you what I know. You got to be disciplined. So instead of focusing on lack, focus on how you can do whatever you need to do to make your goals happen. All right? Like, stop walking around with all this bitterness and this anger. Focus on being nice, on being sweet, on being kind, smiling more, you know, being grateful for the things that you do have in order to counter those negative feelings and feelings of comparison. You understand? Like, there are so many women walking around with all this baggage, and they lash out when things start coming. But, you know, it's like, take a chill pill, switch your thoughts. Like, it takes a conscientious decision to change your mindset. And one thing that I've really been trying to do more of is really just focus on being happy. Like, not complaining about work, not complaining about my students. You understand? Like, really, really focusing on being happy and really trying to just be nice. And let me tell you something. If you just start smiling, you know, go eat your ice cream cone, but just start smiling. When you're feeling bad, just start smiling and start saying out loud, God, I thank you for life. I thank you for living. I thank you for my hands and my limbs working. I thank you for having somewhere to lay my head. I thank you for clothes. You may not have the clothes you want. You know, you may not be able to afford a $30 container of MAC makeup right now, but thank God for what you do have. Gratitude comes in the little things. And when you start saying those things out loud, then it starts to change your mindset, change your mind, and change your spirit, and ultimately change the way that you feel. But it does take a conscientious, concerted effort. Number 2, be real with yourself. Like, be real with who you have become and where you are in life. Because who you have become and where you are in life is a direct result of the choices that we have made in our past. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to start beating yourself up, but be honest with yourself. The thing is to identify it and start making actions to change it. You know, like, you can start changing it any day, but this is where introspection comes in. You got to start looking at your character. You got to start doing some things to change your character. Like, how do you respond when you get angry? Do you yell and cuss and fuss? Do you get violent? What do you need to do? You understand? How do you respond? And why do you respond that way? You got to start looking at deeper than the why, deeper than the what. But start being real about yourself about why. And that's the stuff you need to start addressing, like coming to terms with. Like, I had horrible relationships for a long time. and this is not something I'm proud of, but I'm going to be transparent in hopes that I'm able to help somebody else heal. I had horrible relationships because I had a bad relationship with my blood father. Like, I felt abandoned and rejected. And I took that abandonment and rejection on into adulthood. Because as a child, I felt like, okay, if my dad doesn't love me, then why would anybody else? You understand? And even though my mom remarried and I had stepdad who to me is my dad because he raised me till I was 3, he raised me since I was 3 and it's still in my life. Even though he was there and did an excellent job, I still had my real father that I knew didn't want me at some point. Now it's not like that. But when I was a child, it was like that. And that did something to my psyche. It affected the way that I felt about myself. And I carried that on into adulthood erroneously, but I had to address those feelings stemming from stuff from when I was a child to fix the things that I was doing when I was in my adulthood. So, don't beat yourself up about it, but be honest with yourself and really just start peeling off the layers. Like, take out the extensions, take off the makeup, take off the fancy clothes, take off the filters, and have a good, honest woman to woman in the mirror talk with yourself. Like, honestly, if you need counseling to start peeling back those layers of emotional baggage and working on it, then get it. Like, see if you can get some counseling through your insurance company or talk with a trusted advisor. Like, do something. Don't just sit there and just stay the same way and just be miserable and unhappy and have all these negative feelings just festering in you, because it does nothing but make you bitter and cut down the years and the time on your life. So I'm gonna tell you guys, at a certain point in my life, like after my divorce, I went to counseling for a year. An entire year. I went to counseling once a month. And it was through my church, but I went. And I, really started having to address those issues in myself. You understand? And I don't know why black folks, look down on counseling like it's something wrong with you if you go. But let me tell you, for some people, it's necessary and it helps just to have, even if it's an ear that's not judging you, that is going to listen to you unbiasedly and really give you some real strategies and direction, it helps. For the stuff that happened to me, even now, I couldn't blame anybody. Because I knew what I was doing. Even though I saw the red flags for things, or even though I knew that I should have been doing better, I knew. And when I had to deal with the consequences of my actions, the only thing that I could do was pick up the pieces and move forward and make different and better choices, And so I want to encourage you to do the same. Don't beat yourself up, but definitely do start adopting new ways of living, new ways of thinking, and doing things every day strategically that's going to put you in a place that's going to set you up to accomplish your personal and professional goals. And last but not least, prioritize. And I talk about this in my book, 20 Pearls of Wisdom. Matter of fact, it's the first chapter. You have to prioritize God first. Faith, family, fitness, and finances. In that faith, family, fitness, and yes, I put fitness before finances, because if you are not taking care of yourself health-wise, you're not going to be able to go to work. You're going to have to take off of work because you got to go to the hospital and the doctor and everything else. Faith, family, fitness, and finances. I mean, you need to make sure that you wake up reading your word, even if it's 5 minutes. Not flipping on Facebook or the gram, or, checking your emails. Wake up with the word. Either have your Bible or I turn to my app on my Bible, and I'll read the verse of the day. And I love reading Proverbs, and I'll say a small prayer, even if it's just 5 minutes a day. Because if you got 5 minutes to browse social media, you got 5 minutes to spend with God. Something is better than nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So God first, then family. Put your family, especially if you have kids. One thing I'm trying to do more now is like put my phone down. I'm trying to, it's been hard, you know what I'm saying? Cause I'm always on my phone, cause I do work on my phone. People are always inboxing me and stuff. But when I get home, my kids, I try to at least put my phone down for a certain period of time so I have undivided attention with them. And the same thing with my husband, and sometimes it's difficult, but if we say that we want certain things, if we say that we want strong, solid, good relationships, then we have to do the things that it's going to take to do that. Even if that means, doing something as small as putting our phone down speaks volumes to those around us, especially if we're giving them our undivided attention without always constantly, scrolling at something that from their perspective might look like it's more important, especially if you got kids, or a spouse or a significant other. Fitness. So many people always say, I don't have time to work out. Y'all get up early. Get up. If I can do it with 2 small children, 3 kids, a husband, and still be working a full-time job, y'all can too. Y'all join me. Get up 30 minutes early and go on demand. Get one of them little 30-minute, workouts. Go to Walmart. They have workout DVDs for $5 holla. Shoot, pull something up on your phone. On YouTube. YouTube has all kinds of workouts. Nike apps, work it, everything. Stop making excuses because see, y'all will watch the shows, y'all will watch the Housewives, y'all will watch the Walking Dead, y'all will watch all these shows on Thursday with Shonda Rhimes, but y'all say, I don't have any time. Come on, yes you do. Take 30 minutes and get your life together and be a little bit more disciplined in what you choose to fuel your body with as well, because like I said, if you don't take care of yourself physically, then you won't be able to work to make the money to get your finances, because you'll be in a doctor or in the hospital. So I just want to encourage everybody to just stop all the negative self-talk. Stop the lies that you're speaking to yourself. Stop speaking those lies and speak life. Start confessing over your life. The Bible, God says that I am the lender. I am not the borrower. So God's going to provide me ways to make extra money, to be profitable. Okay. I have health in my body. I, am living abundance. I live a happy and enjoyable life. Start speaking the opposite. Even if you're not feeling like that, speak those things that may not be as those that are. Start, write you down some confessions, look online for some, and start speaking them. And anytime you start having these negative thoughts come in your mind, counter them with something positive and say it out loud, because that'll actually start changing the way that you feel and start changing what you're hearing. All right. So y'all hit me in my DM. Agape Love on Facebook said Kiara Lachey on YouTube has great workouts. So if y'all are looking for some workouts, hit up Kiara Lachey on YouTube. I know they have the Black Girls workout. I know they have the Nike apps with free stuff. So y'all hit me in my DM. I broadcast every Thursday for candid conversations. If you have a topic that you want to talk about, let me know. I think I posted last week's topic on YouTube. One of them is about master manipulators, and the other one is about having casual sex and how you can really wreak havoc on your body and spirit through those types of things. So y'all check them out on YouTube. If you missed them the last couple of weeks, you can find me on Instagram, Periscope, and Facebook at Author Jasmine Womack. Remember to check out my book, 20 Pearls of Wisdom, A Woman's Guide to Self-Preservation. And if you are a woman who is on the path to self-development and you want to surround yourself with other like-minded women while getting your spirit, your health, and your pocketbook in order, check out the Pearls of Power Women's Community at authorjasminewomack.com/Pearls of Power. I will see y'all later. Please let me know what you thought about this DM. And Tasha, hit me in my DM now.